Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakradash, Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai being the true name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and rule well, and shalom to you brothers out there laboring in this truth with all sincerity. I came across this not an ad. Well, I came across this article on how these robotics are constantly evolving. It just intrigues me how this technology is constantly evolving. Hey, but all to fulfill the will of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and we are not ignorant to Satan's devices. Hey, nothing this man packages and presents is going to be helpful for you. Just like with the jump shot, just like with this C hip, and just like with these robots, who they claim as I don't know how they gonna feel like they're gonna be helpful, but I'm gonna read a little bit of this article and get some precepts. And because I'm just speaking as a man, I believe these are gonna be a part of a weapon of destruction. We already know who we dealing. We dealing with the devil at the end of the day. Nothing he creates is good for your everyday living. So this says, I'll read it from here. Automation is getting a little out of control these days. Recent advances in the world of robotics have unleashed anonymous bodegas, sock puppet style robot servants. See how here they go. Even in they always put things in movies first. Remember that. How did that turn out in that movie Meg? She turned out to be a weapon. How is it even in that movie, even Terminator 2, which this article reminds me of it, and they're gonna say that within the article, but this article reminded me of the movie Terminator 2 as well, because the style of the robot, which was based on a apocalyptic event where robots was unleashed on the masses of the people. It says sock puppet style robot servants and even AI powered dinosaurs. Imagine that, being chased down by a damn robotic dinosaur moving with agility. We don't know, man. Hey, we coming into a time like never before. And a part of this devil's sword is his technology. So you think he ain't gonna use it against the people at some point? You think that you dealing with the same man? You dealing with the same man that made weapons of mass destruction. So you think that having this type of power, this type of technology, that he's going to use it to better your life? Robot walker live feminine. Bati. A Bati bot. Let's see. It says, for most part, this right here. But just the way it's evolving into being more fluent, like not being that stiff robot that that we know of, being more fluent like in movement, you know. So through the spirit, a sword is being sharpened. You know, they always presenting things as though it's helpful, but at the end of the day, they look at the movies that's been coming out. You know, that has came out in the past, dealing with AI and robots and all that. It was always something that backfired, and there's always something sinister behind it. I'll read a little bit more. It says, for the most part, robotic developers have kept their projects on the lighter side, even if they occasionally creep us out. But we gonna be really creeped out if what about the heavy stuff they got? You know, they at some point they gonna mass produce these robots like they mass produce cars. For the most part, robotic developers have kept their projects on the lighter side, even if they occasionally creep us out. But that might be changing thanks to Chinese automotive company XPeng, which just released a clip showing its iron humanoid robot. It says, the clip, which circulated on social media, show a robotic exoskeleton strapped to a harness walking in a straight line. While XPeng's iron units are usually clad in a sleek white skin, this one is totally nude, which looks like something straight out of a post-apocalyptic RPG Fallout, or like the titular antagonist basically from the movie Terminator, that franchise Terminator. That's what they look like. So it put me in the mind of this here, this right here, y'all. Puts me in the mind of this right here. Back it up a little bit.
Your fire, called the War Judgment Day. They lived only to face a new nightmare, the war against the machines.
Yeah, that's the point. So, hey, we know what we dealing with. We dealing with the devil of the earth, the deceiver. So, as you know, where is this going? You know, where is this? Where is the end result of this gonna be? We shall see, as prophecy begins to unfold. It says, I'll read this. It says I'll read this and get a quick precept. It says the bot also cleans up nicely. During this event this week, the company showed it off dressed in a cloth bodysuit that gave it a distinctive feminine profile. It says Iron Gate was so impressive that some observers wondered if it was a human inside a suit. So that's how fluently it walked. It walked like a human. That you really couldn't, if it was fully dressed, you wouldn't know that it was a robot. You know, you would run up on it and get took out thinking it's a human, and it's a whole killing machine. It says Iron Gate was so impressive that some observers wondered that if it was a human inside a suit, a con Elon Musk once pulled, but XPeng CEO, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but that suggestion to rest when he unzipped the outfit showing the robot inside. Hold on, let me see. Oh, okay, that's it right there. Yeah, but we not. It was one little. Okay, down here. I'm gonna jump down here to this last paragraph real quick. It says, according to he, the bot also contains a first all solid state battery in the industry, as opposed to the liquid electrolyte typically found on in lithium ion batteries. Solid state batteries are considered the holy grail for electric vehicle development. A design choice, he says, will make the robot safer for home use. What the hell can this? So they trying to have these bots walking around, helping you around the house. They really, come on now. Don't be that naive. Yeah, they may have some that's capable of doing that, but who is gonna buy? How many people gonna have their own robot that they just finna assign to every household? You gonna have your own robot help you clean up and help you around the house. Yeah, maybe wealthy people, but not regular people. They gonna be creating these to take you regular people out. And I'm just speaking as a man, but we all know who we dealing with. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You got, shoot, we don't even trust the TVs. Some of these smart TVs can still got still hear your can still hear your audio even when it's off. This man, you dealing with somebody that wants to have total control of your privacy and every facet of your life. So what's the point of these bots, these robots that's being created? Is they being created to be helpful? And that's why that article said something right out of the Terminator movie. And what is a Terminator? A Terminator is a killing machine. Something that terminates. Something right out of the Terminator franchise is what it says. I'll go that. Oh, let me go back. I didn't mean to do that. I'll play this video right here. The one at the bottom. I believe this is it right here. Yeah, that's it.
Eidon comes to prove it is itself, but I believe the future will prove that this self-verification of the robot will promote the healthier and more vigorous development of the entire Chinese robot industry. If so, it will be worthwhile. Our team had intense arguments and discussions about how it can prove itself. Let's first invite the staff. So, we found a way. We want to use scissors to open below the robot's legs. We will see that this robot has skin, muscles, and bones.
Oh, I get that's the robot has skin, muscle, and bones. So I guess they trying to prove it, or maybe the audience didn't believe that it was a robot under there because it walked so fluently. But man, hey, what the scriptures say, knowledge shall increase. I'll get there real quick. Daniel 12 and verse 4. It says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And the knowledge that's being increased throughout this earth via this technology, all to fulfill prophecy. They practicing brain C-hips on people, presenting it as a form of a miracle that allows people, some of them allows people to use their limbs, use limbs they couldn't use before. They package in this micro C-hip as if it's a convenience to your activity of daily living. And being able to buy it, sell, we all know this. So the C-hip already here. It just hasn't been made mandatory to be able to buy and sell containing all your medical records on it. But taking that thing is going to lead to your destruction. But a part of that knowledge being increased is weaponry technology, missile technology, and also this, according to this article here, robot technology. But what will it be used? Is it gonna what will it be used for? That's the thing. What will it be used for ultimately? We see the movies. I'll finish playing a little bit.
Before us, we ourselves have not tried cutting its skin and muscles while the robot is powered on. So in the last hour, we decided to do this. Our robot team was very opposed. They were worried it might fall. They were worried it might get damaged. Anyway, how about giving them a round of applause? We have never cut
exposing the exoskeleton.
It open before, so I don't know what will happen this one. Made it to be very difficult. Because, to protect the robot and to allow the robot to protect the surrounding environment, we have added a lot of muscle tissue filling outside the skeleton, as well as skin wrapping.
See if I get closer. Satan.
On the outside.
And they cutting the skin and stuff off this robot, and it reminds me of a scene on that movie Terminator 2. I'll show it in a minute.
Thank Alan. Thank the staff. Please step off the stage. Thank you. Can it still walk? We believe we don't need to prove anything else. It is definitely a robot, right?
Man, that thing fool the hell out of you if you seen it in person walking. Walking with a hoodie on and some jeans and some Nikes, you would think that that's a person for real. But that exposing that exoskeleton reminded me of a scene on this movie as well. Let me get it real quick. Let me see if I type that. Oh, yup, right here. Arnold exposed his arm. He did the same thing, exposed his exoskeleton by cutting open his arm.
Who are you people?
Shaw. Danny, I want you to come with me right now, okay? Show me your room.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it just reminded me of that scene. But Hey, man, we not ignorant to Satan devices, and we know, hey, we know what's coming, man. We know it's gonna get so bad. Hey, we gonna need Michael the Archangel, man. So it's just thinking of that. How bad? When thinking of everything that's going on the planet Earth, this technology increasing, how bad is it gonna get? You know, I'm just using my imagination. But at the end of the day, never trust thine enemy. Never trust thine enemy, for as so iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So we don't, you know, we're not ignorant to his devices. We don't trust him. And we know, we understand prophecy. And we know that we know that it's going to get bad out here. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So if it's that bad that the Lord got to send Michael the Archangel, man, imagine what type of trouble is going to be going on. And that, you know, I had this video clip also reminded me of a dream I had 4 years ago. I don't really share dreams like that, as they be, you know, I don't really share dreams like that. But this video, this this article reminded me of a dream that I had about probably about 4 years ago, and I was being chased by a big ass robot, not like a human looking robot, but like a big ass robot. And it was the robot that was, the only way I can describe it, it was very similar to that robot that was the enemy of RoboCop. If you remember that movie, I don't know if you've seen that before, but that RoboCop enemy, it looked just like that. And when I was running from this robot, and as I was went into a building, he knew that he can detect me through the wall. Just thinking of that, you know, that brought me to that dream. I never forgot that dream because it felt so surreal. But it reminded me of that. And let me see, Robo. Let me see if I type that in. Robo. Dang, let me see. His enemy. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, it might be this one. Yep, this it right here. It was something built just like this, but the legs was a little different, but it was exactly like this up top. The upper body was. But man, it just made me think of that dream I had. You know, I never shared it, but I thought about it when I seen that news article.
One of the most overpriced things I have ever seen be sold repetitively is men's razors. Go.
Ed 209.
Ed 209. Yep, it was looked like Ed 209. Exactly like that. Hold on.
The enforcement droid, Series 209, is a self-sufficient law enforcement robot. 209 is currently programmed for urban pacification, but that is only the beginning. After a successful tour of duty in old Detroit, we can expect 209 to become the hot military product for the next decade. Dr. McNamara.
We'll need an arrest.
See, just watching these, thinking of these old movies, man. What else would they be using these for? For weapons of destruction on the masses of the people.
Mr. Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Would you come up and give us a hand, please?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kenny is going to help us simulate a typical arrest and disarming procedure. Mr. Kenny, use your gun in a threatening manner. Pointed at Ed 209.
Yes, sir.
Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
I think you'd better do what he says, Mr. Kenny.
You now have 15 seconds to comply. You are in direct violation of Penal Code 113, Section 9.
Look, they done lost all control over it. You know, so who know? Hey, we don't know what this AI technology gonna lead up to.
You now have 5 seconds to comply. 4,
Damn, tore his ass up. But you know, the point is, man, hey, we understand prophecy, man. We know we know the type of devil we dealing with, man. Okay. Revelation 12:12, I'll end on this. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And they know that they have to keep this Edomite supremacy going, and they gonna do whatever it takes. They're gonna use every weapon they got. To the point we gonna need Michael the Archangel. So with that, I hope this lesson has been edifying. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rikakradash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.